Birdie, 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 beer, bear, man, near, 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 beardie, doo, 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 boo, doo, doo, doo. Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? Okay. Are you recording?
What do you think?
Did you hit it?
Can you
of
hear
course
me
I
now?
did.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So.
Thank you again to Trish for her copious notes, because no guest has ever done that for us.
Yeah.
Really?
You're.
And-
Yeah.
And
You're setting new standards.
Not that we expect that.
No,
from
we
anyone,
don't. But it's actually nice. So we have a lot of material to try to get through today.
You don't have to cover every point.
We do have to remember to take a picture though, because we keep
yes.
forgetting to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds good.
So
I
thank
wore
you.
makeup.
You look beautiful.
I colored in my eyebrows,
Wow.
but don't look at them
Why?
You-
in case I did a bad job.
You did
Oh.
great. You look wonderful. You
Yeah, I wanna
always
see.
look good.
They look great.
Your hair looks
recently,
good.
I used a different color pencil, and I looked really great in my bathroom. And then I went into the car and was like, "Oh my God, how can I get this off?" It was so bad. So you have to look at yourself in multiple lights.
Yeah. No, that's very.
Sometimes
no
the car
It's-
is
it's-
like,
it's-
it's crazy how different it can be in the car.
It's very true because, like, my eyebrows are really small because I waxed way too much in high school, and then now they just don't grow back anymore. And so I have these like little tiny eyebrows, so I draw them in every single day. And after I got back from from Ann Wigmore, I was like enjoying. I didn't wear eye makeup for 2 weeks. It was so awesome, and so I'm like, maybe I'll test this out for a while. And I'm like, but then I looked in the mirror that first morning. I'm like, these fucking eyebrows. And I'm like, so I drew them in, but I'm like, you know what? I'll just do the eyebrows and I won't do the mascara or anything like that. And so, I'm feeling good about myself. And then I walk in and I run into Sean. He's like, whoa, what's up with your eyebrows? And I'm like,
Oh my God.
they're the same. I swear that I just don't have any other eye makeup on. He's like, man, they look kind of weird. And I'm like,
I had a couple of comments I wanted to start with, and now I can't remember what they were, but they were very profound, I can tell you that. And it was about listening to John's episode. And
It's gonna come
I
to
have
you.
think. Yeah, it'll come to me.
did you like the sand story?
I was going to tell you the sand story was okay. Not as bad as John made it out to be, but you probably don't need to tell it again.
Joel thought that I should have edited the sand story out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No,
I
I liked
thought
it.
the sand
I liked
story
that whole
played.
exchange. Yeah, the whole exchange was good.
Yeah.
His comments were good.
It was very
Yeah.
funny. Yeah. So this is cool that we have me, Aaron, and Trish here because there's something that us three have in common, and it's a kind of a cool little thing. So a couple years ago, I had gotten this mug, and it was a spreadsheet mug because I love spreadsheets. I like
should've
making
brought it.
spreadsheets. They make me happy. I appreciate the organization, and the mug says. What does it say? I have
Ooh.
I have a spreadsheet for that or something like that.
Ooh,
I think this needs a spreadsheet.
I think this needs a spreadsheet.
Okay. So then there was one day, and Trish and I were talking, and she was talking about. We were like, maybe I think planning a trip, or you're planning something, and you're talking about your spreadsheets. I'm like, damn, girl. I'm like, I feel like I don't deserve this mug anymore. Like, I think you like spreadsheets even more than me. So I gave her the mug, and then recently. When was it that this happened? I think maybe we were out.
Yeah.
Aaron was talking about like it was in a group, and we were talking about the spreadsheets for all this stuff and whatever. Because then I think that Trish sent me a private message that said, "Hey, I feel like I should give the mug to Aaron. Is that okay?" And and I'm like, yeah, I think Aaron now needs the mug. So it has been passed down.
And I love the mug.
I'm so glad.
I love the mug so much.
Yeah.
And it truly made me so happy this morning. Joel served me coffee in bed in the mug. And I don't know he knew we were talking to you today, and he knew you gave me the mug. I don't know if he put that all together, but I was really happy to get the coffee in that mug today.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Her joy was sincere when
Yeah.
I gave her the mug. She took the mug and was surprised and then held it up to her chest.
I love the mug so much.
And I think you used it right away. For your
I did.
wine.
I put my wine in it.
Yep.
Mhm.
So it was perfect.
Yeah.
I love it. That makes me really happy.
Yeah.
I love these kind of things when they happen, you know.
Yeah.
Bonds
You are
us.
she is the spreadsheet
We're
queen.
bonded forever over spreadsheets. That's nice.
That is nice.
So Trish, let's talk about you.
Okay.
Do you have anything that you would like to say? Like, what is something that maybe people don't know about you?
Besides
You are
everything,
from Washington.
I actually, yes, I was born in Washington.
State.
Washington State. My family lived there until I was 5, and from 5 to 9, I lived in Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
And then my family spent some time in California. And then we moved to Yelm, Washington when I was 12. So something that people don't know about me?
Yeah.
Well, it could be anything off my list.
Oh, trust me, we're going to be getting to your list.
So, yeah, I've been skydiving.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
So you have gone skydiving twice. And were they in your 20s, 30s?
I
recently?
was in my 40s.
Both times?
Yeah. So I just went. I didn't tell anybody I was going. I booked the reservation. I went all by myself. I sent Clint a picture from the car. Like, this is what I'm doing right now.
When?
2017 was the first time.
Okay.
And the last time I don't remember. But I was just at a point in my life where I needed some kind of a boost. And I had experienced, like, I don't know, I had this whole thing with like facing fears, and fear is a liar, right? Like all the sayings, everything we want is on the other side of fear, blah, blah, blah. And I was going through something, and I needed to remember that I can do anything I want. And I look at scary things through a lens of, is it rational or not to be afraid of this? And if it's not rational, then I will then force myself to do it, because I will not let fear win. So I showed up by myself. I did it. And I can't explain to you the feeling you have, the adrenaline rush that comes after doing something hard or scary. It's like drugs. It's like being on drugs. And so that gave me like this incredible boost in everything in my life, just doing this thing that I was terrified of. So top fears were skydiving, heights, and diving, like ocean diving. And is that a rational fear or not? Nope. So then I forced myself to get a diving certification too. So yeah, just doing things that are scary. I was looking for that kind of a boost in my life.
And you know what's really cool about that too is your daughter Emily, who is such an amazing kid. She gets to see that in her mom, and that's what she learns from you. You know, and it's like you're such an amazing mom.
Thank you.
And we love Emily so much. In fact,
Yep.
And she's going to be on our show.
She really wants to be on the show.
Yeah.
And I love that. It's
know.
Yeah. She asked me 3 times between last night and this morning. She really wanted me to tell you she
It's so
wants
cute.
to be on the
Let
show.
her know.
Yeah.
We'll schedule her for
Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
Okay, I will tell her. She'll like that.
Yeah.
But
I
actually,
love that.
she started the diving certification with me, and she passed all of the book work and was having trouble with the water part because her ears weren't equalizing. But when we went, the first part of it is you meet with somebody and you practice in a pool. And I couldn't even get through that part. I had to quit like mid practice or whatever. And I was telling the instructor, like, I don't think I can do this. And so he went on to work with Emily, and she's there. And I'm like, okay, get yourself together. So I took some time, I practiced, and I was able to get through the pool day. But then we're out on the open water, and I get down and I start having a panic attack in the water. And once you're in a panic attack, like, you're definitely not coming out of it 25 feet below the surface of the water. Yeah. So I came back up, and I had to quit that day. So I had to, like, I'm out on a boat with this company. Emily's there, Clint's there, all these people were there, and like, I can't do this. So I quit. Well, I can't quit. Like, then it wins. So I don't remember if I went back the very next day or the next weekend, but I did it. I finished and I got my certification.
That's amazing.
Like, I just won't let that win.
Have you gone?
No.
And would you ever?
Yeah, I would.
Would you snuba?
Yeah, because that's like less scary,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's still at the surface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You can go down, but you can go down a little bit. But
I told,
not.
because this is a fear of mine. So I told Aaron that I would snuba.
Yeah, do
if
it.
People go snooping.
If it's a big fear and you do it, you will feel like on top of the world.
I think that we should go
once you achieve
scuba together because I love scuba diving.
Okay.
But there's also other things that I want to do with you because you are a pro at a couple things, a few things, a bunch of things.
Yeah.
And a couple of them is bowling.
Yes. BIF bowling is fun.
Horseshoes.
Yeah.
And
really good at horseshoes.
So let's talk about that.
Okay. Well, I bowled as a kid. So my parents, I don't know why or how, but put my brother and sister and I in bowling league when I was very young. So I always knew how to bowl. But I think I was like 26 years old and I was single and I lived by myself. Like I had bought my first house and I wanted to bowl again. So I lived near a bowling alley, a big one, like 30 lanes. And I looked it up, and I knew they were doing league night and I walk in by myself. I don't know a single person in the bowling alley. And I remember saying like, hey, I want to bowl on this league. Do you have any teams of cute guys that need an extra player? And they didn't. So they put me with this retired group. And like the name of the team was Triple X.
They were not attractive retirees.
Well, no, they were wonderful, though. It turned out to be wonderful.
Yay.
So the name of the team was Triple X, which has, certain implications, but also three strikes.
Yeah.
And I noticed the first night they drank Bud Light. So they would buy pitchers all night and drink Bud Light. And I noticed like every time I turned around, my glass was full. So they were secretly filling my glass when I wasn't looking, which is like, that was a perfect fit at that time. And then after the first game, they always did shots together. So the shots were slippery nipples. So basically like I would just go bowling with this team. And, I think I had to take an Uber home that first night. But we did fun things like, Triple X, you get a strike and, you cross your arms to do a high five and then give a double high five.
Fun.
Like it was a really fun time. I think I bowled on that team for like 4 years.
Isn't there a bowling alley now in like Caguas?
Yeah, we should go.
It would be so much fun.
Yeah. Although I didn't bring my ball or my shoes, so I'd be at a disadvantage.
Shoot, I didn't bring mine either.
Disadvantage.
Yeah. So, we'd have to use a lane ball. I don't know what, alley ball.
Those alley balls.
But yeah, that would be fun.
Were you into horseshoes at the same time or was that separate?
That was separate. That came from someone I met at the bowling alley.
Oh.
And they're like saying that they do horseshoes, and the horseshoes was a league and they traveled around to different bars to play horseshoes. So I just showed up there like ready to play some horseshoes.
You're so cool.
And got on a team. Yeah, I know. It was a lot of fun.
Do you talk to any of them to this day?
One of the ladies on my bowling team, yeah, I still talk to. She's in Washington.
So I have in my notes, make sure you ask Trish this question. And this was something that I think came up one night when we were all hanging out. And I don't remember the context, but
I don't either.
But
I know it was around the time of Well Done Burger.
Yeah,
but I don't
right.
think that the two go together.
No. Trish, this question is for you. What makes you feel like a sexy beast? Do you remember that conversation?
Well, I know I've said that before in many conversations, of course, but that particular time, I don't know I don't remember the answer.
So it was enough for
Dang
me
it.
to add it
What
to
was
my
it?
notes.
Because
And I'm like,
we
what makes you-
specifically said, put that in the notes when we talked to Trish.
I think that we were talking about something and she brought it up and I'm like, who says that? And I'm like, Trish says, because sometimes the most random stuff will come out of your mouth and it just makes me laugh. And so I'm like, okay, I have to ask her, what makes you feel like a sexy beast?
Gosh, I don't know. It's probably the eyebrows.
Oh, yeah. See, that's how I feel. I feel
Filled
you got
in eyebrows.
good-
I don't know.
Filled in your eyebrows.
Yeah.
You feel hot.
It really depends on the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how to answer that right now.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you.
So you've done so many things, and so I have to ask you nowadays, what is your version of fun?
Oh, well, I love spending time with Clint and Emily. That's my version of fun. Anything I can be doing with them. Recently I started, there was the cribbage. Love to play poker. I started in the Mahjong group, which has actually been quite a bit of fun.
I say it wrong.
Mahjong?
I say
Mahjong.
Mahjong.
Mahjong?
I don't know how to say it correctly, so.
We'll fact check it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fact check.
Yep.
Mahjong.
We gotta hire that fact checker still.
Yeah. Right now I'm
Yeah.
working for free.
Yep.
Okay. Keep talking.
Let's see. I tried tennis. Yeah, I love spending time with the family.
Let's talk
That's
about
my
poker
favorite.
though,
Okay.
because I feel like you're quite the card shark.
Well, I don't think I'm that good, but here's the thing. So
But she wins all the time.
I can't remember how long ago it was, but Clint and I went to somebody's house and they were hosting poker, and it was a bigger game, like 2 or 3 tables of people.
Awesome.
And I'd never played before. And Clint's like, yeah, I got Trish's buy-in. I was like, oh my gosh, I've never played before. So I was literally thrown in, like, not knowing anything, and they self-deal, so I had to learn how to deal. But I remember I was terrified, and I was shaking, and I was trying really hard to hide it, and I couldn't get my breathing right, and, like, I was nervous, just really nervous. And so I did like the game, but what I took on with that was, like, I wanted to be, you could be nervous on the inside, but be calm on the outside. So for me, it became a practice of, like, not poised and confident and not showing the nerves. And so I played that game. Maybe I played another game. And then I immediately found a poker league. Like, I didn't know the people.
That's what she does.
Yeah. I didn't know the people, but, like, I showed up. And again, this poker league traveled around to different bars and played poker. So I just showed up there kind of, but not really knowing what I was doing. I'd started reading some books and stuff, and then, like, forced myself to just get comfortable with the whole thing. Like, stop the shaking, stop the nerves, like, and then I also wanted to look like a confident player. So, like, I wanted to fool people so that they thought. So I would be home, like, practicing dealing. And yeah, that's the thing about poker is I love the game, but I really wanted to be composed under stress.
This was something you and I bonded over too, because, so, like, I've known Trish since 2018. So, but, like, with poker, because when I lived in Minnesota, I was in a poker league and a cribbage league. And because there's nothing to do in the town that I was in. So it was like Mondays and Wednesdays. I always had
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah. So, and we had 7 tables for poker. We had 7 tables set up, and everybody in community comes, and, and it was just, I loved it. It was always a good time. I do have it. Here you go.
Mahjong.
Oh, man, I did have it wrong.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can trust Siri.
Mahjong.
Mahjong. Mahjong.
Mahjong.
Okay, I'm gonna
Sounds very technical.
I'm gonna still say mahjong.
I do want to try to play.
You should.
At
It's
some
really
point.
fun.
I
And
appreciate something that's challenging.
Yeah, it's like strategy based. So smart people play.
You recently were on a trip. You went by yourself though, because
She does it all the time.
This is something that you like to do. You like to do solo trips.
Well, I'd never done it before. A couple of years ago, I dropped Emily off at camp in Pennsylvania. And then I did a 7-day road trip, like Pennsylvania to Virginia to Maryland, Delaware. I drove up the Jersey coast. I went to Washington, D.C. I did tours, like boat rides.
You meet people along the way, make any, like, friends?
Yeah, I love to talk to random people.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really fun, like hearing people's adventures, things they're working on. Yeah, it's fun to get a laugh with people. But yeah, I did that road trip, and it was really strange because I'm used to having at least Emily with me. So, like, always feeling like I was forgetting something. But it was a good experience. And then I did it again a couple months ago.
It's really cool.
It's a lot of time for reflection when you cut out all of the rest of the noise.
When you're driving, do you have some sweet tunes that you like to play?
Yeah, I'm sure I did. Like, my song list is off the charts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a little bit of dance
She's
music.
always, whenever we get together and play cribbage and stuff, she's always in charge of the music selection because it's always a good playlist. So.
And who would be, like, top of that list?
Probably, well, my favorite music is Foo Fighters.
Oh.
She's been to many concerts.
Like 5 concerts. My favorite band. But actually on the last road trip I was driving, and I get a text from my sister, and it was like a scary text like, Trish, oh my God. And that was all she said. So I get off the road, pull over, and I call her immediately, and she's like, Trish, Justin Timberlake is going on tour. And I'm like, okay, when are the dates released? And so we looked it all up, and like, okay, we have to decide where we're going to see him, because we have traveled around, I think 4 or 5 times to different states to see him play. So perform, whatever he does, dance around. So Justin Timberlake is another favorite, but also tradition. So that's fun to do with my sister.
I think that's awesome that you have that with your sister. I don't have anything like that with my sisters.
Yeah. So, like, the other day I just sent her a text with no words, just a Justin Timberlake meme. And then the album dropped. And so I was like, OMG, just an album. So, it's just kind of silly. Just silly, fun stuff.
Is your sister older or younger?
She's 7 years younger.
Would she come visit Puerto Rico?
I'm trying. I'm working on it.
Okay.
I
Where does she
really
live?
want
Washington
them to
still?
visit. Yeah, they live in Washington. It's just so far away.
Yeah, that's a long.
And she works and has a family. She actually has 2 jobs. She started a dance studio. So she makes such an impact in the community with teaching kids how to dance and just
That's amazing.
so many good things. Yeah,
I love that.
She's a good, fun person.
What's her name again?
Sarah?
Sarah. Well, we hope to meet her. And it would be so much fun to have her and you on an episode together.
That would be hilarious.
Because my sisters are coming to town at the end of April, and we're going to have them on. And they're going to... Melanie's already making a list
we
of
can't wait.
things that she wants to talk about me.
Okay, good.
And,
Funny.
And me as a kid and all that good stuff. Yeah.
There's nothing like sister humor.
So there was one of the first things that you sent to me before I got the long list, when you put more thought into what you would like to talk about in the episode.
Well, because I overprocess and think about things.
I know it's amazing, but it's
really
amazing. It gave us
nonstop.
so much sweet material. It's fantastic.
Are we going to get a list like this from Emily?
I don't know.
Okay.
I hope so.
That would be so fun.
Here
to
are all the
guys.
things that I would like to speak about on your episode. Thank you.
It sounds like something she would do because I've done it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know.
So, but one of the first things that you sent me, do you remember? It was a game that you wanted to play.
Yeah, 2 truths and a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So, now you're looking.
Well, now I can't.
Can't think of 2
No,
truths
I
and a
need
lie.
no.
Okay, we can come back to it.
Why don't you can think on it?
And maybe next time I come to the podcast, I'll have answers.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't know. I've already told some secrets, so it would take me too long to think of a good answer.
All right. Well then, can you do me a favor? And I need you to sing one little line for me.
Okay.
I need you to say, "Everybody wants kung fu fighting."
I will do that. But here's the thought that I had about John's episode that I wanted to tell you at the beginning. Okay.
Full circle.
The thought of a music day, the musical day.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I want to be part of the musical.
Oh,
yes.
good. Yay.
Yes.
Yay.
And I was going to sing that part, but I forgot.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
still
yeah,
can.
everybody was kung fu fighting. Dun, 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 dun.
All right.
Yeah.
And with that, we are going to have rapid fire.
Oh, I hate rapid fire.
This is where tell us how you really feel.
No, because okay, so I will be thinking of rapid fire answers like a week from now, because it takes me like a long time. I think about things.
But these are easy favorite questions.
Okay, do it.
And if you have to skip, you can skip.
Okay.
Try not
I
to
feel like
skip.
I'm on a game show, but let's see
I
what
know,
happens.
but this is
I'm all
fun.
serious now.
We
Okay,
like this.
okay.
And at some point, we'll probably tweak the questions, but we like these right now. So are
30
you ready?
seconds.
30 seconds on the clock. 10 questions. Are you ready, Trish?
Does that count as one?
No.
Yes.
All right. What's your favorite color?
Green.
Favorite movie?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Favorite book?
I have too many favorite books.
Okay. Musician or band?
Foo Fighters.
Favorite food?
Tacos.
Hobby?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Snuggling with Clint?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Favorite place you visited?
Puerto Rico.
Okay. Favorite animal?
Cat.
Ice cream flavor?
Chocolate.
An app on your phone?
No, I don't know.
No favorite app?
My Gmail.
Should we just say Google Sheets?
Yeah, I love to ask Google questions.
Okay,
so
there you go.
that.
Perfect.
Okay, so you recently got invited to an event called Holidoke
Yeah.
and came to the event not knowing that it was a karaoke party.
Even though in the picture it had Santa with a microphone singing.
Well, I did know it was karaoke, but I had steeled myself against karaoke, so I was never going to do it because I had never done it
Right.
up to that day.
But it was all Christmas songs.
Yes, and I think I was forced. It was
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
Yep,
because everybody sings.
Yeah,
yeah.
you have to
So, and I also know the rule, or I've heard a rumor of this rule that if you don't sing, you don't get invited back. So
She faced your fear.
I faced my fear. I did. And I sang, I think, Jingle Bell Rock.
Yeah, and you killed it.
Yeah. And so next time I'm on it.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about songs I want to sing. And I might throw in a little dance.
And you have a karaoke machine now.
I do, the big red speaker.
Yeah.
Big red.
So I could even be practicing.
Yeah.
You guys better look out. You never know.
We're very
You've
excited
unleashed
for
the
it.
beast.
Okay. We were really excited that night. We were like, one of us.
Yeah, I did get some nice feedback, nice accolades from the group.
Well, you sounded
Everybody
great.
was very supportive.
You
Yep.
sounded great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was good.
It's funny. I feel like every time we hang out, I find out something new about you and like how similar we are.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So,
the concerts.
Concerts.
You love concerts.
That's what I was just going to talk about.
Mhm.
Was concerts. So what was your first concert?
Tool.
Tool.
It was wicked.
Wow.
Yeah, because I think I was 17 and it was like, was it at a festival? I don't remember. But do you know what happens when a band like Tool starts playing?
Mosh pits?
Wild.
Yeah.
People are out of their minds wild. And I was too close.
That gives
I
me
didn't
anxiety.
know what would happen. So I got pushed back. But yeah, that was my first concert.
Mine was Richard Marx.
Really?
I was 12.
Wow. So probably a different experience.
Mine was-
Completely different.
Mine was Backstreet Boys.
Aww.
Yeah, I was a teeny bopper.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
now
then
you could see them again though, because they're like
Yeah.
touring, right?
Are they? I have no idea.
Oh, I think so.
Fact check.
Isn't it in sync doing something?
Well, Justin is.
But no, I could have sworn. Oh, maybe they just did like a little thing, like just in California. I thought I saw like them on a show, doing a show or something. I don't know.
I wonder if we've ever seen the same artist.
I don't know.
Ooh, this
Probably. We'd have to
take-
compare notes.
It
That
would
would
yeah,
take
it
far
would.
too long for you to
That
guys
would
go,
take a
go
really
through
long
your
time.
list.
So,
Yeah.
okay, how many concerts, if you had to estimate, how many do you think you've been to in your life?
Well, over 50.
What has been your favorite concert? Do you have one?
I love the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
That's
Aaron,
my
Have
favorite.
you seen them the most of
Yeah.
anybody?
I think 5 times.
Okay.
Aaron, what has been your favorite concert?
Oh, I can't answer that question.
Well, I do have it
It's-
on. I do have a note for
It-
you.
I have too many.
Gregory Allen.
He's my favorite artist.
Iskov is your favorite artist, so I
Yeah.
assumed it would be that one.
But probably, I mean, Greg and Stevie Nicks. Stevie's probably one of my favorite concerts I've ever been to. But also there was a Mumford and Sons concert.
Oh,
that
that's
was
cool.
Nice.
What's the furthest you've traveled to see a show? Or have you? I mean,
No, I
obviously
have.
you're going to.
Let's see. Well, we're going to go to Texas
Right.
for the Justin Timberlake concert, but California, Arizona.
Yeah.
Would you go to
Um,
Mexico for a concert?
Sure. Heck
Because
yeah.
Aaron is.
You are?
I changed, next
Who are you gonna
month.
see?
I'm going to a festival with the Avett Brothers, Lord Huron, Gregory Alan Isaacoff. Yeah.
I feel like you're more of an alternative genre.
I'm like indie folk.
Indie folk.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because I've never heard of those people.
So the first time I went to Europe by myself, facing fears, I was 36, I think. And I was originally supposed to go to London first. And I flew to London and then immediately flew to Amsterdam and went to 2 shows. I know I went to at least 2 shows by myself in Amsterdam.
Nice.
Basically to see bands that I liked. I was like,
That's impressive.
Why not?
yeah.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I think you're both amazing.
What else do we have in common? What other things have you?
So many things.
She did mention that the other day to me. She's like, every single time I see Trish, I have so much. I find more things in common with her, and I'm like, she's like, she's me, I'm her, blah blah, and I just that makes me so happy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
You guys are
Really cool.
You guys are
Well, then I know you're very
super people.
special individual.
Aw, thanks.
Yes.
I feel the same about you.
Thanks. You're cool too.
Thanks.
I mean, I
Most
was
of the time.
never in a bowling or a horseshoe league though.
Yeah.
no,
that
but
is-
but we will be planning a bowling evening.
Yeah, Cogwis.
out.
Mm-hmm.
So excited for that.
That'll be fun. Did I mention that my average was in like the 170s?
I don't
That's
have
good.
an
I'm
average.
lucky. I'm lucky if I get over 100. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
Look, can we talk about Clint a little bit?
Yes.
Is Clint going to come on the show?
Can he? Would he?
Yeah, he's done
Okay.
podcasts before.
Which is interesting because then we should probably do.
Oh,
gosh, I heard-
yeah.
yeah.
Should we do it now?
But only if we can remember the old show. I don't remember what it was called, but like they talked
Newlywed
about
Show
making
or-
whoopee.
Oh yeah, it's the Newlywed
We have
Show.
to have questions where making whoopee might be the answer. I don't know, right? Do you remember that show? Maybe you're too young.
I feel like we need to watch it again because I don't
That's
remember.
so funny.
But definitely, oh, it would be like, what's the weirdest place you've made whoopee, or
Yes.
where's the last place you made whoopee?
Well,
Yes.
and
or-
also, I feel like we should change the questions.
and we need
So-
a sound, right,
so
for that.
I don't know, but
We
we
would
can,
need some sort
sound
of
effect.
special sound.
Would
for
you like a
making-
sound effect for?
That's a good one. I mean, I can't think of anything better than that. So that will have to be the sound.
Yeah.
Let's talk about.
Let's talk. No, because you have referred to him as
your knight in shining armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that you met at
Oh,
closing
yeah.
time.
I did meet Clint in a bar at closing time. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's the story.
And didn't you like make out that? Yeah.
Well, yeah. I was debating whether or not Emily could listen to this, and now she can't. So, no. And actually, I'm not even going to tell the story. That's a special private story.
Okay.
But yes,
Fair
Clint,
enough.
Clint would not give me his phone number right away, so I had
Right.
to chase him.
Yeah. Clint.
Can you believe that?
No.
Yeah.
I had to
What
keep
was
going
he
back to the
thinking?
same place until I found him again.
Yeah.
But I did.
The questions. This is the basically how well do you know your significant other?
Yeah.
And there's 5 questions.
Okay.
And what we'll do is I'll ask you the questions and then answer them for yourself. Did we do self first? Yeah. So answer them for yourself and then say what you think that Clint would say, how
Okay.
Clint would answer. And are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
I feel like I need to get in Clint's head. Like I need to be serious, sit up straight.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
She's sitting very
Yeah.
poised. She's very poised. Right. Okay. Are you ready for how well do you know your significant other?
Yes.
Okay, good. What is Clint's dream vacation destination?
I actually don't know. I mean, like, no idea. Somewhere where he can ski or snowboard.
Okay. What is Clint's favorite meal that they never get tired of?
Salad.
Oh, I didn't know that about him.
Salad with chicken
Cool.
every day.
What is one thing that Clint could spend a ridiculous amount of money on without regret?
Airplanes.
Wow. How many does he have now?
Well, none, but he's about to have one. So,
That's so cool.
yeah.
What is a quirky habit of Clint's that you've noticed?
Clint is like military tidy. So you will never come over to our house and see anything sitting out where it does not belong. There's never dishes in the sink. If you look in his closet, his shirts are all facing the same way. Shirts of the same type are grouped together.
Are they color coordinated too?
I don't think so, but I wouldn't be surprised if he had some method for that.
That's so cool. Is there a spreadsheet?
I don't think he has a closet spreadsheet.
That would
very funny, though.
though.
Yeah, that's
All right.
I don't know for sure because he does spreadsheets too. Like,
Yeah, I know.
yeah. So
How does he prefer to spend his leisure time or like weekends?
working
Okay.
on something,
Okay.
whatever it is. It could be
House project or
house project. It could be reviewing or researching his next investment, his next business opportunity.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we need to flip it on to you.
Okay.
And now we need you to answer the questions. So what is your dream vacation?
Japan.
Favorite meal you never get tired of?
Could I change my mind on the dream vacation?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, Aaron's vacation on the RV inspired me. Now that's my dream vacation is to travel around in an RV.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
it.
Favorite meal?
Tacos.
What is one thing you can spend a ridiculous amount of money on without regret?
Exercise.
And a quirky habit of yours?
Well, I would like to talk about a quirky thing that Clint would report on about me.
What's that?
Because obviously I think that I don't have any quirks. Well, we have very specific rules in my house imposed by me about proper sponge use.
Oh my gosh, the sponge. I remember this.
So
Gosh.
the sponge, we hand wash a lot of dishes. And so those things get used right away again. So you must have the cleanest sponge possible because you know how dirty those are.
Yeah.
Yucky.
How often do you change out your sponge?
I don't know how often. It depends on like just what's going on and how it looks. I will boil it to clean it. Sometimes I put it in the dishwasher. But nobody is allowed to clean anything with the sponge other than dishes. So like don't let me catch you using that sponge on the counter or in the sink. That is only for dishes. So that's definitely something that Clint notices because he thinks it's weird.
I think it's really.
I think that's probably.
I think it's funny.
A quirk. Yeah, that's maybe something a little strange about me.
And how do you prefer to spend your leisure time or weekends?
Well, I like to read books, and if I can hang out with Clint and Emily,
happiest place.
That's the best. Yeah. The best thing.
You
to
know,
be doing.
I actually can think of another quirk because it happened. It happened at cribbage.
Okay.
And it was the funniest thing. So we were playing and we were going to snack on some plantain chips. And Trish was so kind as to bring a whole bag because she knows we're going to eat the whole thing. And they're very particular. And I don't know if this is more you or Clint. I think it's Clint.
It's Clint.
It's Clint. Oh, here's the quirk. Ready? You have to open the bag. You have to use a scissors and cut straight across the bag to open it.
Yes.
And Jen did not do that. So
Nope.
we spent the next 10 minutes trying to even it out.
No, and I sent a picture of it to Clint.
See if it bothered
Look,
him.
Jen opened. He'll say something like, "Who opened this? A wild monkey or is a wild animal in the house?" Yes, that is the thing. That's his thing. So I abide. I mean, like anything I open, cut it across the top. Because if you just rip it, no, that's wild. That's his rules.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
I love it.
I know. Aaron, do you have any weird quirks like this?
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Should we save it for your episode with Joel?
I mean, I know Joel will say I have stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very particular about certain things. Like I'm maybe just a little OCD. And we could talk about the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. Do you have a sponge thing?
Yes and no. I mean, I change out the sponge very often. In fact, I changed it yesterday and then I came home and it was already dirty. Oh, no. And I was like, what the hell?
There should never be crumbs on the sponge or discoloring.
I think it might have been because I was trying to make sourdough bread and I felt like maybe some flour got on there. So, like flour can be like clumpy but I didn't throw that one away yet. I mean,
Okay.
because I just got it out yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I like to go from sink sponge to drawer sponge, and then the drawer sponge can be used on other things.
I'm kind of that way too.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise yucky.
Yeah.
I used to have a lot more quirks, but I think after 10 years of living with Sean, I have
let some of them go.
I've had to.
Yeah. But I'm lucky because Joel's pretty clean too.
Yeah.
So I've lived with other guys that would drive me crazy. I know one of the things that Joel and I both have is putting toilet seats down.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't like looking. I don't know if it. I think part of it came from I had a dog that would drink out of the toilet bowl if it was up, and I think that is fucking disgusting.
Well,
and then they come and lick you.
There's something that I learned about that it's actually is really gross. Like you should, especially if you take a shower, you close it because otherwise all that bacteria and then the steam then brings it back up into the air. And I never thought of it that way before. But yeah, that's
like when you flush, you're supposed to flush it with the seat down
so it doesn't,
because otherwise it gets everywhere, and your toothbrush is in there. I mean, mine isn't. Mine's in a cabinet with a lid on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh.
My toothbrush has a little cap on it.
Of course. Yeah. Do you change it out every 3 months?
Yeah.
Good.
I have it on my calendar.
Oh my gosh.
Really? Every 3 months?
Do you have a spreadsheet for that?
I don't. I just have it on the calendar. Yeah.
That's awesome. Man, I don't think I have any weird things like that. I mean,
I also make my bed every day.
That's one
Without
thing.
question.
Yep, every day.
Make the bed every day.
And I hate it when I'm gone and I know Joel doesn't.
Yeah.
He makes the bed, but not like I would make the bed.
Yeah.
So it's like I ask sometimes to see the bed.
Even when you're not home?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's like I know it's not made.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Well, I have a thing where, like when I come home from a trip, I make sure the house is like spectacularly clean.
Everything has to be perfect before I leave.
Because I hate coming back home to like any kind of mess or an issue or whatever.
Well, also, what if something happens to you while you're gone and then somebody has to come into your house and like,
especially
this is how they live.
Well, yeah, well, and that used to be like when I was out of town, and then Trish was my person. I would be like, can you pop in like once a week just to make sure there's nothing leaking or whatever?
Right.
And so I'm like, oh man, I have to make sure that I'm like trying to get everything. But yeah, because I would be
good.
so embarrassed. And in fact, didn't you have to come in here?
There was a leak.
Yeah,
Water was coming
there
in your
was.
ceiling.
You're right. And but Sean had left because I was going out of town somewhere else, and he went out of town after the fact. So he left a mess.
So you had no idea.
The bed wasn't made and stuff.
No, I never
And I
said
think-
any of that.
And I think no,
I don't
because
think
I
that's
because I think
true.
I needed you to check in on the place. And I'm like, please ignore all the stuff because I know how Sean totally left the house when he left.
And I think everything was fine.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
had like wet towels he threw on the floor, and I'm like, "Mrr." Come on.
But it's a good thing I was looking because these chairs were sitting in water.
Yeah, and so I really
And your
appreciated
easel.
that.
Mm-hmm.
so we haven't asked Trish some of the questions that we ask everybody.
Yeah, do it.
What is your favorite place in Palmas?
Oh, my bed.
Or your favorite thing about Palmas, and you can't say community.
Yeah, because you've been here now how long?
3.5 years.
Yeah, because you got here like a year before us. So
Yeah.
that was our final straw there. We're just like, well, Clint and Trish moved. We got to go.
Yeah. Wise move.
Yeah. We're so happy.
So
we
what
did.
is the actual question?
The question is like, what's your favorite spot in Palmas?
or a thing. It can be thing.
Yes, but your
Like,
answer can't be the community because that's
Yeah.
everybody's answer.
Well, my favorite spot is my bed. As you both know, I've spent a lot of time talking about how much I love my bed with the Uller and,
Yeah.
got nice comforter and all of that.
Okay.
And she
wait.
likes to read in bed. And
Yes.
what do you use when you read in bed?
What do you mean? What do I use?
Do you have like
there's-
do you turn on a lamp or?
Oh, yeah, I have a lamp.
But
An
but you,
accessory.
do you
You
have
have
like
accessories when
something
you-
that
Well,
maybe?
oh, yeah. So thank you for bringing this up. This
Yeah.
is like the plight of older women, I think, is I cannot see my books anymore. So yes, I use reading glasses, and if the room is not well lit, I will wear a headlamp.
So just to know.
And it makes such a difference.
So just to know, the other night, and I can't remember. Can you remember why this came up? Oh, it was because we were gonna flock John and Kate's house.
Oh, yeah,
with all
and
of
we
the
were- we were gonna-
and we're
we
like,
were
you needed a
it was like
headlamp?
it was
Yes,
like
we were gonna
9:30 at
call
night. And we're
you.
like, should we call Trish to see if we can get her headlamp?
That's funny. I would have let you borrow it.
Yeah.
We also have a couple of
But
lanterns.
I'm like, we can't. It's 9:30. You know she's in bed snuggling right now.
That's funny and probably true.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Palmas that is not the community, well, I just love having the sun on my face every day. I came from Washington where it rains a lot and it's gray and you don't even know what season it is. And I think going out in the sun is like the best thing we can do for our health. It just feels so good.
Agreed.
And everybody looks better with a tan,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That is true.
So I love that. And I love all of the trees. It's easy when you first come here to think there's no seasons. But actually, if you really pay attention, there are clear seasons and the plants change and the bugs even change and like flowers bloom at different
And
times.
like yesterday it became summer,
Yeah.
and today is like even more summer.
My car said it was 104 degrees
Yeah,
this morning.
It's gross. Huh?
Yeah, it's getting hot.
I get really excited when that specific tree blooms. I can't remember the name of it, but I call it a Dr. Seuss tree.
It's out on the golf course, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the one that has
On-
those
on
fluffy
7.
little
On
pink.
7, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Those fluffy pink things, right? That they look like, how is that a flower? How is that a real flower? It's like, it looks like something from Dr. Seuss.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only blooms and then they fall and then it's done.
Yep.
And I get sad because that is my favorite tree. It's so
Mm-hmm.
cool to look at.
It's gorgeous. Yeah, they're in bloom right now. The best part is like when someone is visiting you and you're thinking about, and in fact, Emily and I did this before we had friends visit recently. We were driving into Palmas and I was like, every time we have somebody come and visit, I drive in remembering what it's like to see this for the first time.
yeah.
And she said, let's pretend that it's our first time. So we drove into the community and we're like, oh, is that a golf course? Oh, look at the palm trees. Like, oh, the blue sky. It was really fun.
It
Actually,
really
I feel a
is
little
magical
emotional about
when
that.
the first time you get here.
Yeah, it is. And
Yeah.
to remember, like, go back and remember what it's like to see that again.
And like
It is incredible.
Do you, when you pull,
I got
when
goosebumps.
you drive in, do you feel like you like just drove through some sort of invisible bubble and you're like, boop, back in the bubble?
It's pretty amazing. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like when I leave for a while and then come back, it's just a reminder again. And you come back and you just feel that sense of home. And I have never had that anywhere else.
No. And people smile at you when you pass them.
Yeah.
You know, like you see somebody out and you smile at them. There's so much kindness. And people are happy. I went back to Washington like nobody's smiling at me.
No.
Yeah.
What? That's sad.
Yeah.
One One thing I definitely feel when I come back here is, you know, when you're on vacation and you're like, oh, vacation's over, I have to go home. And I mean, you know, I lived in Colorado for the last 20 plus years, and it's like, oh, it's going to be cold, or, you know, you just like, you're going back to something, or like I have to go back to work, or I have to go back to whatever, day to day life. But when I come back here, it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, it's like
I get to
oh,
go
I
back
get
to
go back.
my life in Palmas.
Yeah. We usually travel on my birthday, so which was a couple weeks ago. And this year Clint's like, where do you want to go on your birthday? And I looked, you know, go back to Dominican Republic. I looked at a couple of different places and like, I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to stay here. We just got back. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not ready to leave again. So we didn't go anywhere.
Bet you snuggled hard that day.
Well, you know it.
yeah.
birthday
Birthday
shoot.
snuggles. Shoot.
I think we need a different sound for that.
I'll work
Well,
on
it's just
it.
awkward to make the sound.
Yeah. Oh, you're
Is
back.
that right? I don't know.
I don't know how to make a squeaky bed, as if any of us have squeaky beds.
No. So if you were going to get a burger somewhere in Palmas, where would it be your favorite?
Oh, that's a good
And
question.
how would it be done?
Okay.
Who has your favorite burger?
Well, Volea is I don't think I've had burgers. Oh, I went to Chincho's. They did a pretty good job. But I like a well done burger, and bacon's good.
You also had one at Pura Vida.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I did have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a good burger. And the fries there are really good.
Actually, this is a
salty.
good question because I think I've only had a burger at Chincho's. I don't think I've had a burger anywhere else.
Okay,
So
Volea does a
who's
good job.
Who's got a good? I haven't been to Volea since last year.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to go back there.
You should check it out.
Yeah.
The menu's a lot smaller now because they're, I guess, revamping, but
Well, that's good. That's okay. All right, so they have a good burger.
they have a good burger and good fries. But
And how do you like your burger?
Well done.
well done.
And because that's tasty to you
Yeah.
and not dry and
No, if it has a little bit of charred bits on it, I like that too.
Wow.
Flavorful.
is that how you like your marshmallows too? Like burnt to a
Oh,
crisp?
if I was going to do like s'mores?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burnt?
Burnt.
Yeah.
Yes. Me too.
Were you the me too. So are you the person like I'm the person who
I want it to be on fire.
I fire
Yeah.
and then I
That's fun.
and
Yeah.
then I take it off and then I eat that bit and then I set it on fire
Oh,
again
yeah.
and then I do it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
The layers.
That sounds good.
Yeah, we can do that
So
in
good.
Colorado when we go maybe.
Yeah.
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 Also, I did find where to leave a review.
Oh good. Where
And
did
I
you-
felt like that was a very like 48-year-old woman mistake to make,
Where-
to not be
where-
able to find
where
where
did you
to leave
go?
the review.
Where did you review?
Well, I was in John's episode,
Uh-huh.
and I was trying to find the leave a review in the episode when I actually needed to go back
To the show.
to the show page.
Right.
Ah.
So
was that on Spotify?
yes,
I thought on Spotify you could only do rating.
Well, I didn't do it yet, so the option is rate the show or leave a rating or something.
thought
I
you
don't know
could.
if you can
Maybe
leave a review.
can't.
Yeah,
Maybe
I thought
is
I
just
thought
a
it was
stars
just
on-
I thought it was just star rating on Spotify, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. I'll let you know when I
Fact
do it.
check that
we
right
we,
now.
we appreciate that.
Yeah,
Any
I will
kind words that you can say?
Leave a 5-star review.
So nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Miss Trish, we're so happy that you came on the show.
Thanks for
This
having
was
me.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, it
and
was
we
fun.
look forward to having you back.
Yeah, I would
Yes.
love to come back.
Yay.
And tell Amber it's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like Donkey Kong.
That's right.
Okay.
We're both competitive. Anyway, okay.
We know.
It's been a real pleasure, friends. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Trish.
Bye.
Bye.